Contrived? Absolutely, positively contrived. What sort of content creator would I be if this wasn't entirely contrived?
Ashley works. Whew, Lord. I was about to say you missing a team.
Me? No.
So that's just, we're gonna go into detail a little bit more, but I will start at the end and I will let each coach introduce themselves and then pretty much telling you what they do here. So we've pretty much been doing this. I know Coach Prev and myself, our daughters competed in primaries, which is like 5 and 6 year olds, way back. His daughter is now running high school, mine is in middle school. Since you just walked in, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh man, I gotta introduce myself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do.
My name is Harrison Kent. I am the head coach of the whole organization. Pretty much practice plans, pretty much everything that comes to HRH. I handle a lot with the support of everybody. Within this great organization, all these lovely people up here. There's a bunch more than not here right now.
We're not even at hangout.
Certain number of meets. So if they run with AAU and it's track, it can take away from the meets and disqualify them later in that season. So that's the reason why we want the athletes to run in their high schools. But also, it gives them a relationship with their peers, because some of their peers may not run AAU. You have some of the fastest kids in the country and the world. Locally, you will see in regular season meets. Locally, you will see Gunnar Hamlet, a world record winner. World record. He's going to 13-14, but he has records, and he's only 12, about to turn 13. He has world records in the 800, and he has set national records in the 4 and runs in the 2 in pretty much any event. But he is a problem. Good kid, but on the track, he is a problem. Everybody knows who he is, right? They do news articles, everything else. Quincy Wilson, I know everybody heard from the Olympics now, right? And they always try to bring Maryland. He's not Maryland, he's VA bred, right from Chesapeake. One of the fastest kids my son used to line up against him. He would look at the coach like, let's go. And he would look at him, he'll point to the next lane. Like that. He knew it was like Quincy right there. It's a ton I can keep naming, right?
7 o'clock is normally when they kind of start, if they start on time. You want to be there, some of these meets, not the indoor but the outdoor. If you want a parking spot and you want a tent spot, you might want to be there about 6 o'clock. And I'm just being honest. It is a commitment. It is a 100% commitment. And depending on what your child runs, and you guys will learn certain things like the 200, depending on what your child runs, you will be there until 4, maybe 5 o'clock. It can be longer. I have been there longer. And depending on what part of the season we're in, it can be a 2-day meet.
And then a Saturday morning, we give a break into Wednesday, and then you have that Sunday break. But the Sunday.
Can you repeat that? You said Mondays. I apologize.
Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursday, Fridays, and then Saturday mornings. Our practices are traditionally in the regular season are either at Ella Fitzgerald, Woodside High School, or Grafton High School.
The coaches. We talked about the responsibility of the athletes. Now, I'm going to talk about the responsibility of the parent. Like he said, the kids don't quit, but parents, why y'all got to practice on Friday? Fridays are to myself. That's the day before the meet. Why we got to do this? Why we got to show up? How long we got to be there? It's 7:30. Why didn't they stop talking?
Don't do that.
That's the parents. The kids can't control how they get there and who picks them up, you know, and things of that nature. So we try to give you the real up front. It is a lot in the beginning. They're playing around. They ain't seen their friends all day. They want to joke. They want a kid. They want to run around. Ari is out there yelling until she levitates off the ground because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Was it 40? Was it over 40? It was 44. Yeah. To Junior Olympics last year. So year after year, Some of our kids made the podium. What does it mean for them to make the podium? That means that they are the top eight in the nation. Some of these kids are coming back because now instead of being number 3 or 4 or 5, 6 or 7, they want to be number 1 and 2. So if we have an athlete that is messing up the practice schedule, messing up how things are going, you got to go. Because now we're messing with what they need to do. We're messing with the money that you're trying to raise for them to do X, Y, Z. So the coaches, and generally speaking, it's in our bylaws. It's in our parent contract. If your child is asked to go home, 9 times out of 10, you've already been told that they've been warned. This isn't, you won't be surprised if it comes to that point. Not my baby, yes, yours.
My son plays football. However, my son leaves in June, but he wants to run track.
That's where that's the end of the regular season. That's the end of regular season.
Okay.
So you can just have regular season meets. You technically could run for district and stuff like that. Depends on when in June.
2 days right after school.
Oh, yeah, that can tell.
Fees for the athletes that were running in Florida, as well as the athletes that ended up running in North Carolina, because those are generally the more expensive. Those are not the $10 and $15 and $20 meets. Those are the $45 and $50 meets. So when they fundraise, we cover it. We take care of it.
1, 2, and 3 with the camera. Both of them first one I came to was Prev. This was right around COVID. And I was like, hey, Prev, you've been out here for a while. You ready to help coach? Because he's been doing admin. He was like, no. I said, look, man, I write the workouts. All you got to do is be able to blow a whistle and use the stopwatch. That's it, right? Sheldon, like a year, I want to say at a meeting like this.
Yep.
A meeting like this. He was like, yeah. I said, well, I'm willing to help coach. I don't know nothing. I used to wrestle. That's it. And then Al, for the longest, I did not know Al's name. I called him Charlie's dad. He was saying to my phone as Charlie's dad at first.
He wasn't saying to my phone.
Because I called